Okay guys, so here's another video. Just going to be doing some iPhone videos for a little while until I can get my computer figured out. But I got things that I got to do here to Big Red, and God damn it. And I've been wanting to do it for like the last freaking month, but it's been so bloody cold out, you can't do anything. They're finally talking some decent weather. Starting tomorrow, it's supposed to be 4 days of rain. Not sure how much we're supposed to get, but we're supposed to get rain those 4 days, so hopefully it won't be a lot, because don't need a flooded basement, that's for bloody sure. So I'm just going to probably do little videos here and there, and I'm going to try to work on Big Red's wiring there for that plug that I put on. I need my screws. These are flatheads, so I only got some. I got a flathead screwdriver up at the house, so that's so I can put that, you know, that 12-volt pluggy thing that I put on Big Red. I can finally mount it so it doesn't move on me all the time. So, because I got some bigger Deweys for it, so I made a video on that. So you guys can just go back to that video, look for it, whatever. Yeah, so it's sunny out, and yesterday there was a trucker sitting on a public road that they shouldn't be sitting there. And he wasn't doing anything. He like took his time loading up. He was here all day yesterday, and then didn't do anything. Then once he got loaded, he pretty much just sat there for hours doing nothing. So, shut up, cat. I need you hollering. Quit clawing out my freaking wood too. I'm not repainting the wood because you keep freaking clawing at it. Get out of here. Go outside and play. That's why I put your ass outside. So yeah, I have to, I'm going to do this here. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to cover up the wiring with electrical tape. The connections anyway, where I think it possibly could maybe get damaged. And then, yeah. Then I guess I'll just leave it. I'm actually probably going to have to figure something out. I may have to do some rearranging of the wiring here, because that's going to have to sit there. I don't know if that would cause... Oops, sorry about that. I'm just trying to do stuff here. But yeah, let me figure out what I got to do here. And then I will I'll just figure that out. But yeah, I went and called the lady up and told her about that. And another thing too, he's been leaking hydraulic oil all over the ground too, which is not good. And what was stupid too is that apparently he didn't have a CB. Didn't have a CB on or anything, because I actually tried to talk to him for the CB, and I didn't see an antenna on top of the roof, so I figured he probably didn't have a CB. So, but whatever. Nothing going on. They got a couple of trucks there. Well, they were there. I think they're gone now. See, the thing is too, they sent too many trucks yesterday, and that's why it's, you know, trucks park on public roads because there's nowhere to park for them. You should only be sending in 1 or 2 trucks. That's all you need for, you know, send 1 or 2 in at a time. Let them get loaded up, and then let 2 more come in. But no, they gotta send in 10 at a time. You know, it's like, this town's not meant for 10 trucks. So yeah, I bought. What did I do with them? I don't have them now. It must be in my other pocket. That's the key. There they are. I bought these things. I showed that in the video. I bought these things here. I think that'll work. If not, I got some rubber spacers. If these are too big, I got some rubber spacers that can take up some extra slack. But I'm going to wrap up the ends of that wiring there to protect it, just so it doesn't get damaged from the weather or anything, because that's all going to get wet. So the rest of that will get covered up, obviously, but you know how that can go. So anyway, guys, I'm going to cut you guys off, and then I'm going to fix this. And then, look at that, my CB actually works. I tell you, my CB works better when it's clear out than it does when it's cloudy out. That cloudy shit's bullshit, I tell you. So, alrighty guys, I'll be back in a little bit here. Okay, so I'm done now. It only took me a few minutes. I had to go and get the drill because it made putting the screws in a heck of a lot easier. That's just what I did. And sorry for the cat hollering in the background. Never mind him. So this here thing here, I think these were 3/8. Nope. No, it says 3/4 actually. Yeah, so it's a little bit bigger. This just barely fits over that, so it's actually, it didn't fit here though, where these threads are at, but it fit here on the smooth side. So I figured, that'd be good enough. And I covered up all the wiring in nickel tape. I didn't do a good job, but that's just to help protect it from the wetness. Still kept the cap on it, because this can still come out. Well, actually it can't now because it's really tight now. I think it's just the way it is. These have now been pinched together. But if I ever want to take it out, I don't think I can just pull it out. No. I'd have to loosen the screws, but I don't plan on really taking that out anyway. So, it's in there really good. See, besides this, these here are going to always be loose. And sometimes they don't work. Just a car to go by. The thing is that these things kind of like, they pop out. Which is, I guess, okay. I mean, I guess I can always, play around with that. As long as I don't have to play around with this. So it's in there really good. I like it. The thing I want to do different is take this silver thing back off and spray paint that black. That's what I'm going to probably work on later on. Is I'm going to take this off, the silver clamp off, get a can of black spray paint, and spray paint that thing black so it blends in. But for right now, it's okay. The lights do work. I'm going to take this plastic stuff off here pretty soon and throw that away and get some new stuff. But you can maybe see the lights flashing away. I'm just doing a double check. I got the CB on as well. Trying to see if I can listen to any truckers, but there's not a lot for traffic going on today. So you can see that the lights work. I'll turn them off. And what's nice is that, let's see here, if I'm hopping on Big Red, yeah, you don't really even notice that. You guys can't even see that at all. I wanted it more, I guess, over, but I don't think it would work. See, the thing is, I'm not going to touch these a lot. See, and when I'm driving, see what's going on with my phone here. I don't really notice that. Okay, I don't really notice the switches, and if I have to get to them, I can still get to them. Okay, steering wise, I don't think it's going to bother my steering. I didn't really check that, but I think I should be decent. I should be okay as long as I'm clearing the windshield there. I should be decent. But that's what it looks like. And these could actually be turned. The thing is here, these things don't. There. See, the thing is that when you have two wires that come out of the same side of the switches, it's hard to adjust them. Since I adjusted them, they're probably not going to work. they're not working again because they've been pushed out of place. That's the problem. You have to keep front ones working at the rear. Yeah, they're working again. Yeah. Okay. See, the thing is, they keep like, oh, for fuck's sake, they keep popping out, and that's one thing I'm not going to be able to fix. So, I don't want to glue them in there. Gluing them in there would be a bad idea because of, you know, the electricity and stuff probably going through it. Is that I can pop these off at any time I wish, and boom, I got double plugs again. I can plug in another CB radio or something stupid like that, right? The siren's going off, but so that's nice. And then I have this one here yet too, which I don't like using. See, another 12 volt. So I got 3 12 volt plugins here now on Big Red, which is going to be awesome. This one I don't want to use for running anything that's going to be permanent, like the CB radio. My warning lights, they were plugged in here at one time. This is good for a temporary thing, like if you wanted to charge your cell phone or your camera. I have used it a couple times to charge my cameras. I don't have a thing for it to charge my cell phone off. I usually charge my cell phone and then before I leave. So there's just no traffic going on. I guess the weather's not gonna work. So we have a new scan feature here in a while. No, we don't want to pick that up. I don't scan these channels. There's just no need to. But I think the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set a channel for myself. And apparently, let's see if we can just, we'll try this channel. Apparently Mom's favorite number is 4. And that's what we have it on the little handheld walkie-talkies. We're going to try channel 4 for now. Because channel 4 is actually, Mexico seems to use that one quite a bit. So, I mean, if we don't want to listen to them, we can just turn a squelch up. But right now, you just hear static. But what I can do is I can actually program that dual watch, and it'll scan that channel and then channel 19 if I want to. So, I don't remember how to do this now. Okay. And then you pick your next channel, which will be channel 19. So I'm setting up dual watch. And there you go. It's scanning both those channels. And you can hear it buzzing. That's weird. And then of course if I want to stop it, I can. I can just push it. Now, if it were, it should remember that now. The only thing that it doesn't seem to remember is the sound tracker. That one I always have to keep I have to keep turning on all the time, which is stupid. So, yep, it remembers. All right. Well, we have dual watch set up, so it's going to scan channel 4 and 19, just because channel 4 will be my channel. If that's what Mom, you know, since that's her favorite number. But yeah, I don't know why my radio all of a sudden has a buzzy noise coming out of it. Maybe it's the dual watch that I have set up. I don't know, I got people coming out now, so that's dandy. But it might be because I don't have full power hooked to this. Like, I'm just running off the battery right now, right? So, that's probably why. But, but yeah, so there you go. That's just what I did there. So, So, hang on one second. Okay, so, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to do. There's probably a couple other things I want to do too, but I don't think I need to do it right now. Basically just got done what I wanted to get done, which was to mount that friggin' wire, permanent mount it. So, but yeah, I got kids walking now. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but yeah, I don't have my shop power plugged in either. Freak's sakes. But oh well, we probably don't really need it anyway. So I don't know where they plan on walking to, but I guess that way. But yeah, so we should be good now. Sorry for it being kind of dark in here. I don't have my shop plugged in, as you can. Yeah, I don't have it on. It's not plugged in. So I had my drill plugged in, my DeWalt. So it's actually easier. I tried screwing it in by hand. I don't know why I even bother trying that, regardless if they got a point to them or not, the screws, because it never works. If you're ever going to mount something like that you have to screw down, I recommend finding a place where you want it, look it over, and then take that, whatever you're going to use to mount, get a permanent marker like a Sharpie, and then mark it, okay, and then take your drill, take the screw that you're going to drive in, and actually it's like a pre-drill, but you're not actually pre-drilling, you're just making the hole with the screw itself. Some say to pre-drill, which works in, like, wood or stuff, but, the point of pre-drilling pretty much is just so you don't crack anything. But if you drill real slow, you're not going to really crack anything. I've never cracked any plastic or anything. I don't think you can even crack plastic unless you really went down hard on it. But just take your time with it. Put the drill on a low setting or whatever, and just drive it in. Just don't go all the way though. Just go, maybe about 3-4 threads, depending on how long your screw is. Just go in like a little bit and then back it out, because it'll take that little bit there. Then you can drive it in the rest of the way when you want to actually mount your doohickey. It's not a big deal then. So, but it works. Like I said, the only issue I got is that the plugs actually pop out every once in a while, which is, I guess, fine. And if I have to wash Big Red or whatever, I can just take something that's waterproof, like a piece of plastic, or maybe some kind of maybe like that blue tub there. This right here, this blue tub. Just lay it on top and it'll be waterproof, and that's so it doesn't get wet and ruined. So, because you don't have to worry about the wiring, because the wiring is waterproof. So, I've never had an issue with it. So, I'm just gonna drive on with it, and we'll worry about it some other time. I think it'll be fine. The only bad thing about that, though, about hardwiring that thing into the battery, is that it constantly has power now. So that because on that little thing that I got put in there has a little red light on there, of course, telling you that it's got power. It's an LED, so I guess it won't burn a whole heck of a lot of juice. Just taking it from my place to the farm will completely recharge that battery, and it wouldn't even put a dent in the battery. So I guess nothing to really worry about. Plus, I do have a tender hooked to it, or I can hook a tender to it. So if it claims a weak battery or something, I can just plug it in and let it charge overnight or something, and frig it. But the way I drive it so much in the summertime, the battery never needs to be charged. It's actually pretty good. Probably have to replace it though, in a few more years, probably. I've had it for about 7 years, and usually batteries can only last about 10 or 15 years before they start cooking themselves, so I suppose depending on how hard you work them, too, I don't know. So, but yeah, we have, really the only thing that's left to hook to it now would be my work lights on the rear. Whenever I'll start that project, I don't know. Because I got too much other shit going on, so it'll probably end up being a late project, or it'll be next year's project then. I really probably don't even need work lights on there, because I don't really plow at night anyway, well, I plow snow at night, but here I have pole lights in my yard and stuff, but it's nice to have lights on the rear when you're plowing to the farm, or if I have to plow at the farm, you know, because over there it's pitch black. They have no lights on. They have no pole lights. They took them all down, so at the farm. So I have no lights besides what's on the front. So plowing, if I ever had to plow their place, it'd be a really pain in the ass. I would have to wait till the morning because I can't see nothing. So, but whenever, we'll drive on with it for now. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I'm just going to leave it as is and then break it. But that should work out fine, that setup. I'm really surprised that actually fitted on there perfect. It's actually really a snug fit, so, which is what I was looking for. I figured if it would still be loose, I could probably grab a piece of rubber and stick it in there. I actually have some rubber bits left over from the steering wheel knob that I bought for the John Deere. It came with those rubber spacers. I didn't need any of them, so, because the steering wheel's too big on that tractor, so just ended up taking all the rubber off, and it totally fits fine. So very good. I'm driving on with it. I'm happy with it. As long as it doesn't move, I can touch it and it won't move now. Because when I touched it before, I ended up pushing it, you know, away from me. And I'm goddamn, now I gotta reach further in there to get it. Now I can't go anywhere. And I can unplug the lights if I don't think I need them, which I'll probably end up not needing them starting now until I won't be needing them starting now. Probably, unless we get more snow, but they're talking wonderful fucking weather this next couple of weeks. God, they're talking almost 70 degrees for most days, so friggin' rights to that. Tomorrow, the next 4 days it's going to be rainy, but it's going to be in the 50s, so that's decent weather there. But yeah, starting probably today until July, I ain't going to probably need them. In July, I'll probably need them because, well, even again, I probably won't need them there either. But, because when I have to go with my friend, I gotta, you know, be his ride home if he takes the machine somewhere and he needs to ride back to his truck, I have to be his taxi. So, you know, following him, I could just put my warning lights on because he doesn't have any warning lights on his swather or anything. But they do, but they don't work. So, the tractor does. But he doesn't really turn them on for just here in town, so I do. If I drive it, I turn it on, but he doesn't. If he goes on the highway, he will, but... So, I mean, that's probably really the only time that I'm going to need them, and then in fall, when it's time to pick up the round bales. That's probably the only time I'd ever need them for in the summertime. The wintertime, it's just strictly for plowing snow. That's it then, so... But, come in the wintertime, I should be able to just wrap them up in such a way where they're fine. I don't have to touch them. The warning lights, I'm probably going to take the plastic off, because if you keep them on when it's warm like this, the plastic baggie will actually start to collect moisture, and then the moisture will drip into the light. So, starting probably pretty quick here. I might even do it today. I'll just take it off, cut the zip ties, and be done. I just zip tied it on there. And of course with the cats, you know, they're poking holes in them because they walk over my lights. So, because when they walk, their nails kind of stick out sometimes. And they end up poking holes in the plastic. So, it'll look a little neater now, too, with not having that plastic on there. It's going to suck for when if it rains, but I'm going to try to keep them in. Try to keep them in if it's raining out. I really would like to make some kind of a see-through box. Some kind of a box with a front. The front of the box would be glass, so like a chunk of plexiglass. It's glued in there, screwed in there, whatever. That way the boxes would be 100% waterproof. I never have to worry about it. But it would have to be kind of... That always probably could be another project too, I suppose. Just buy a couple chunks of plywood. Cut them to size. Cut a hole in it. Or one side won't have a face because it'll have the glass in it, so the light can shoot through. How to mount that to the four-wheeler? You would have to again screw it down. You'd have to put those kind of like L bracket shaped thingies. You can get them at the hardware too. You can get plastic ones and steel ones too. You just have to screw it down that way. That'll work. That'll keep the water and stuff off it. Never have to worry about them again, right? But I'm not gonna worry about it for now. I'm just gonna take the plastic off and deal with it that way. So, but that's a project I've been wanting to do for like months. Well, not months. Bought the shit. When did I buy that shit? I bought it this month. Well, it's only been a few days, but I've been itching to, I want to get shit done, and I'm like, God, this fucking weather just does not allow me to get crap done. I don't want to be working in the cold anymore. I want to be working in, decent weather. But they won't let me, so, but finally I'm getting my chance to now. I still got a wash bagger yet too, but I figured what's the point, because it's not that muddy out. It's actually dry. Actually, everyone's wishing for rain, and we're going to be getting that, so apparently it's so dry out. But whatever. So I'm not going to wash the four-wheeler yet, because it's going to be raining for 4 days, and then it's going to make everything sloppy again, so I'm not going to bother. After that, then I think once the grass maybe starts to grow, then that's when I'll wash them. I got to wash the John Deere too. It's all full of cat piss and shit, so that's awesome. I'm really considering buying a little shed or something, or like a shed big enough for my equipment, so my cats don't sit there and piss on them. Because I got a habit of pissing on my four-wheeler and my tractor, and I don't appreciate that, because that shit's expensive. So I'm either gonna I'll have to think of something. I was actually considering making in the garage. I was actually considering making like another little shed for them in the garage, just, for the John Deere, out of some plywood. Screw it to the ceiling with some L brackets or whatever. Make a door, either a single or a double opening door or whatever. So the cats don't get in there and sit on my shit. But that's expensive. So maybe a future deal. But for right now, I'm gonna deal with this. And yeah, that probably shouldn't be sticking out. That's gonna get all crusty and dried up. Is that even? No, it doesn't. Alright. Yeah, so anyways, guys, I guess I'll probably take off. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm going to try to continue doing some videos, but I'm going to see how it goes, because my computer is, it's usable, but the way it is, it's just, like, you really have to, really scrunch your eyes and try to read the shit. But when I upload tonight's video, someone probably could help me on that. I don't know. If not, I'll have to stay like that for a while, then I guess until I can get it to Geek Squad. So, but yeah, there we go, guys. That's another project done. Well, it's 99% done. The only thing I gotta do the only thing that's left to do now would be to take that thing off again and spray paint it black. I just need one can for that. I think one can should be enough. So, spray paint it black, and then you wouldn't even know it was there. So, but in other words, I'm happy with it. I think it'll work. Besides it not being waterproof, but I'll have to make it waterproof. But when I have to wash my stuff, or if I have to drive in the rain, then I'll have to cover it in some plastic or something, and it'll be fine. So, alright, guys, I'm going to take off. So, I guess, have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.